My beloved. My child of light. My divine warrior who has survived storms that no one even knows about. Breathe. Don't be scared. But please, I'm begging you as an angel. Don't ignore this. Your name was just whispered in heaven's court. And before you even finish reading this line, a woman, yes, the one you trusted, is walking into a real courtroom with papers. Not ordinary papers. They carry lies dressed as truth. They are meant to silence you. But heaven saw it first. And that's why this message was forced into your path. Archangel Michael says. Just 30 seconds left. She's about to speak. But God said. Speak to my child before she does. Give them a chance to rewrite the ending. You were never supposed to find out like this. But her name was shown to me in fire. Her hands are not clean. And what she is about to say under oath could make the world look at you differently. But wait. You have a window. Just one. The door of divine reversal is still open. Only if you open this fully. Only if you let heaven fight beside you tonight. Because once she signs that final page, her words will spread like wildfire. And even truth might be buried beneath her performance. You trusted her once. You shared something sacred. A secret. A document. A photo. A word. And now, she's using it. My child. Don't panic. Because the most powerful force in all dimensions is on your side. Me. Michael. Sword drawn. Wings wide. But you have to listen now. You have to stay until the final sentence. Because something is coming in the last line of this message that will flip everything. God didn't wake me to speak in whispers today. He said. Tell my child, this isn't a warning. It's a rescue. And if they skip this, she wins. But if you stay, miracles move. And a courtroom becomes a confession room for her. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment, beloved. Let your spirit know this isn't just another message. This is God rerouting your timeline in real time. You were guided here. And no, that's not an exaggeration. Now listen closely. Because every line that follows is a key. Every word has been spiritually encoded to free you from what she's trying to trap you inside. The lies. The character assassination. The spiritual warfare dressed in legal paper. It's not just her. Someone else is backing her. Yes. She's not acting alone. And the reason she suddenly filed these papers. She knows. You're about to be seen. Blessed. Public. Favored. But don't worry. God says this. The trap she set will become the testimony you share. But only if you obey heaven's prompt. Open this now. Not later. She's walking in heels. Power dress. Hair tied like she means business. But what she doesn't know. Heaven already saw the next 72 hours of her life. And something shocking will turn her voice into silence. You stay with me right now. Let this be your confirmation. You felt something strange in your chest this morning. A small pulse. A jolt. A flutter of fear you couldn't explain. Now you know why. Your sword. And every second you stay here, heaven is rewriting her script. Now, listen carefully. She doesn't just want to silence you. She wants access to something. A piece of land. An account. A relationship. Or even your reputation. She believes if she wins this, she can rewrite your whole identity. But Archangel Michael says, her papers may be ink, but our scroll is fire. And fire rewrites ink. So breathe. Because the part coming next will give you shivers. Because this isn't just spiritual. There's a physical courier coming. And in this message, you'll find the exact way to receive what God is sending. But if you stop here, you won't see the final truth. And I don't want you to miss it. Before we go further, I need to whisper something important in your ear. And this next part is just for you if your soul already knows this is not a coincidence. Glowing star, subscribe to your miracle. You didn't open this randomly. Heaven is using this space to speak to you. And only you. If you want these divine messages to keep reaching you at the exact right moment, make sure to subscribe to the voice that brought you here. Because this is how God will send alerts next time before anything harmful even gets close. Your future self will thank you. Now, back to the battle. Do you remember the photo she asked you to send? Or the day she recorded that voice note and laughed, saying, "Don't worry, I won't use it." She was already planning this. The courtroom may look like a physical place, but spiritually, it's a battlefield. And angels are already lining up on your side. The judge may not see it. The documents may look real. But heaven knows the heart is the true evidence. And her heart is rotting from envy. She watched you rise. She saw how people began trusting you, following you, loving you. And she couldn't handle it. So she made a move. But what she didn't realize, your protection isn't just emotional. It's divine. And this message is the official announcement from heaven. We are intercepting her case. Because even if she walks into that courtroom with proof, God can turn her pen into silence, her testimony into tears, and her lies into ladders you'll climb higher from. But only if you stay with me. Don't look away. Don't skip. Not even for a second. Because you'll notice something. The more you read this message, the stronger your chest will feel. The more your spirit will begin to stand up inside you. That's because heaven is transferring strength to you right now. Your voice won't be stolen. Your truth won't be twisted. And your destiny won't be delayed. In the paragraphs that follow, I will reveal who is standing behind her. Yes. Second person. Possibly someone in your family. Or someone who always smiled in your face. But don't worry. They've just been exposed. And by the time you reach the last word of this message, you'll know what to do. My beloved, you didn't come this far to be silenced by someone who pretends to be brave in the courtroom, but cries. When truth faces her in private. The woman you once called safe. The one who once held your secrets like treasure, now holds them like weapons. But here's what she doesn't understand. God doesn't sleep. And Archangel Michael doesn't miss. Even though her documents are being passed from desk to desk, and her lips are being painted with boldness, she is not the author of your story. She is only a chapter. A messy one. But not the final one. Because your life is divinely authored. And heaven already edited this chapter before you were born. Don't get shaken by her volume. Loud people aren't always right. Just noisy. Now, child, let me reveal something strange. Someone tipped her off. Yes. That's how she even had the courage to print that document. She was encouraged. By a jealous voice. One that never celebrated you. One that always found a way to shift blame. To create doubt. To make you feel too much. That voice. It's closer than you think. But don't be afraid. Because God is about to reveal both their names. And the way it happens. It will feel like the sky itself spoke. I see a table. I see a conversation happening behind your back. I see your name. Spoken with mockery. Like you're just a stepping stone. But little do they know. You're not a stone. You're the sword. You're the storm. You're the chosen. And God doesn't let his chosen be used for jokes. Let me take you back. To the moment she said, I'm always here for you. Do you remember? That moment wasn't real. She was already rehearsing betrayal. But listen to me. She practiced the lie. But you carry the light. And light always wins. Every single time. Now something wild is about to happen. Something you didn't see coming. A voice is going to rise in that courtroom against her. And it won't come from someone you expect. It may be a stranger. Or even someone sitting quietly. Who was told to stay out of it. But that person. God will anoint them to speak. And their words will crack her strategy wide open. Yes. She had a strategy. And part of it was timed to the exact date you're reading this. This isn't random. This is war. But spiritual war. And victory is yours. If you don't walk away now, because in a few moments, I'm going to tell you something I wasn't allowed to say until today. Something about your birth. Something about a hidden contract you never signed. But your spirit got dragged into. Stay. Let me ask you something. Have you felt exhausted lately for no reason? Sudden weakness in your legs or back. Headaches that come out of nowhere. That's spiritual interference. And it got worse the moment she filed those papers. Because her words carried energy. Energy that tried to invade your peace. But here's the twist. God allowed it. For one reason only. So that heaven could now overrule it publicly. Loudly. And permanently. And that's what this message is. Not a warning. A divine objection. And if you keep reading, Michael himself will show you how to reverse what she tried to ruin. But only the brave make it to the part I'm about to write. Only the ones who truly believe that heaven is watching, planning, and protecting make it to the next breath. You're still here. So here comes your proof. She never expected you to find this message. She thought she had time. Thought she had you wrapped. Thought no one was watching her next move. But now, everything's exposed. Heaven has intercepted her path. And God just paused the next 48 hours. For you. Let me slow down here. Because what I'm about to say could change how you see the last 5 years of your life. This woman isn't just someone from your present. She's someone from your past. And that connection you had with her. It wasn't coincidence. It was karmic. Spiritual. And now, it's ending. Because her role in your story is complete. And what she's doing now, it's not part of your future. It's just the final gasp of her ego. But don't get it twisted. Ego fights loud when it's dying. Now breathe with me. Feel that? That's peace beginning to pierce the fear. She's walking with confidence now. But very soon, she'll stumble. Because her case has a crack. A spiritual crack. And God just told me to tell you. That crack will open wide. And justice will pour through it like rain. Now, remember that photo. That voice recording. That secret you once whispered in tears. She's trying to weaponize it. But what she doesn't know is, God turns weapons into wisdom. And the very thing she thought would bury you will bless you. You'll be shocked how this turns. Because heaven loves plot twists. And right now, your enemies are about to become your confirmation. So don't beg her to stop. Don't message. Don't call. Don't fight back in the way she expects. Instead, let heaven handle her. Your silence will be louder than her lies. And your peace, it will make her nervous. Let her present her case. God is preparing a counter case. Written in holy ink. It has one witness. Truth. And that witness always wins. Stay with me. Because the next part will shake you. You think you know who tipped her off. But you don't. Because the person who gave her that file, that name, that weakness of yours, it's someone who still pretends to love you. Yes. Someone who still smiles at your messages. Still checks your stories. Still asks, "How are you?" Like they care, but behind the screen. They passed your piece to a snake. But don't cry. Because this message is about victory. Not tears. By the end of this divine letter, God will show you not only the who, but also how to protect your future so no one ever tries this again. Now you understand. It wasn't just her. She had a whisper. A shadow behind her script. Someone who wore love like a mask, but held envy like a blade. And the moment you said, "I trust you," they took it as opportunity. But hear me now. God doesn't play with betrayal. And Archangel Michael doesn't protect liars. This very moment, as you read these words, a mirror is turning. One that will expose both her and the one behind her. I see a name written in red. Not just metaphorical red. A literal red ink signature on a form she wears. It wasn't meant to have. That name. It has haunted your life silently. It may belong to someone you once cried to. Or someone who once said, "I've always had your back." But they didn't. They had your secrets. And they traded them for control. But God says, they tried to hijack your harvest. So I'm hijacking their strategy. Child. She's not walking into that courtroom with just a folder. She's walking in with witchcraft. Yes, I said it. There are curses spoken softly in boardrooms. Dark prayers whispered over candles. Envy disguised as legal ambition. But the spell. It broke the moment you opened this message. The courtroom is no longer her stage. It is now heaven's platform. And instead of you being judged, she will be watched. By the one judge who never misses a detail. The one whose gavel shatters all manipulation. Let me show you something. That phone call you missed 3 nights ago. That was no accident. Your angels were trying to delay you from engaging in conversation that would have fueled this attack. Heaven doesn't just protect you from violence. It protects you from conversations. Contracts. Connections. You may feel like you're losing people. But child, you're only losing poison. You think this betrayal is breaking you? No. My beloved. It's building something. A new wall of protection. A spiritual shield that will stay with you for life. And that courtroom. It was meant to be your graveyard. But God just turned it into your graduation stage. Because after this, you will be promoted. Publicly. Unemployed. Unapologetically. Powerful. Now breathe again. Because I feel someone reading this right now is shaking. You're asking yourself, can I really survive this? And I say with fire in my wings, not only will you survive, you will rise. And soon, they'll ask themselves, how did they recover so fast? But it won't be in you, child. You're heaven's miracle in motion. That woman, she underestimated your covering. She thought you had no backup. But what she doesn't know is, your name is written on a heavenly wall. Your heart is under constant surveillance by angels. Your tears, they get collected in a golden vial. And every time you broke, God recorded it. Not to punish you, but to repay you. And repayment is coming. Do you feel that heat in your chest? That's the Holy Spirit confirming this next line. The weapon she formed will return to her. Folded, multiplied, and undeniable. God doesn't just protect His children. He exalts them. And you, my beautiful child, you are about to be elevated in ways your enemies can't explain. Not by fame, not by followers, but by favor. The fast, it will be divine. Because divine recovery looks like a miracle. You are about to be elevated in ways your enemies can't explain. Not by fame, not by followers, but by favor. The kind of favor that doesn't ask for permission. The kind that walks into rooms before you do. The kind that gets your name spoken in places your feet haven't even stepped yet. And the woman in the courtroom, she will feel that shift. And she won't be able to stop it. She's filing paperwork. She's filing paperwork. But God is filing purpose. And purpose always wins. Now, let's talk about something sensitive. That bank account she's trying to touch. That family member she's using as leverage. That old email or message she's holding like proof. All of it will fail. Not because it's invalid, but because you're not in the same realm anymore. You've shifted timelines. The version of you she attacked no longer exists. You are now cloaked in a frequency she cannot access. That's why she's desperate. Because she feels it. Even if she doesn't know what to call it. She's losing grip. And her desperation is loud. Let her scream. Let her run wild in paperwork and whispers. Because you are grounded in divine stillness. You will win without shouting. You will rise without running. You will flourish without fighting. Because heaven is speaking now. And its voice cannot be silenced. Are you still with me? Good. Because this part will unlock a memory. Think of that one night. When you cried harder than ever before. You were shaking. Maybe on your bed. Maybe in the shower. Maybe in a corner where no one saw you. That night, the case against you began in the spirit. And you didn't even know what to do. And you didn't even know. But Michael did. And since that day, he's been building this very message. Word by word. Proof by proof. Line by line. To prepare you. To wake you. To rescue you. You weren't crazy. You were under attack. But now you're under protection. And from this moment forward, no voice raised against you shall prosper. No courtroom lie shall hold weight. No betrayal shall define your destiny. Because the next 21 days are about to reveal miracles that even you didn't pray for. Yes. 21 days. Watch closely. Because between now and 3 weeks from now, there will be a reversal so divine. People will ask, did God step in personally? And the answer will be yes. Because this time, He didn't just step in. He took over. Now take another deep breath. Because I am about to show you what she feared most. Are you ready? Because what I'm about to say next is what she feared the most. It wasn't your voice. It wasn't your wisdom. It wasn't your talent. It was your favor. That unseen, untouchable glow around you that made people trust you instantly. The unspoken energy that caused rooms to shift when you walked in. The mysterious force that opened doors for you even when you had no key. She saw it. And it terrified her. Because she realized something. No matter what she copied. No matter how close she stood to your light. It never became hers. And so she